7 days ago, I started eating 1 small clove of garlic every night before bed. I wasn't expecting much, but by day 3, something shifted. My joints felt looser in the morning. The puffiness in my face was gone. I was waking up more refreshed than I had in months. I didn't change anything else. Same diet, same routine, same sleep schedule. Just 1 clove of garlic every night. Now I understand why. Once you hear the science behind what garlic may do to your body during sleep, you'll see this isn't just a folk remedy or internet trend. It could be one of the simplest things an older adult can try, and almost nobody talks about it. There's a growing field called chrononutrition, the science of how food timing affects how your body processes it. Garlic is one of the most interesting examples. The same clove that seasons your pasta during the day may behave differently at night. Its compounds align with your body's natural rhythms. Slower digestion, increased cellular repair, active immune function, and a natural dip in blood pressure, which may support garlic's effects in ways daytime digestion doesn't allow. Researchers are still studying exactly how timing influences these effects, but the early findings are intriguing enough to explore further here. In this video, we'll walk through 10 science-backed reasons people are trying garlic at night, from easing joint discomfort to supporting the body's repair processes during sleep. We'll look at what may happen, day by day, when this becomes a nightly habit. Some of these points will surprise you. A few are rarely discussed, and the final one is especially relevant for adults over 60, since it touches one of the biggest challenges that comes with aging. So stick around until the end whether you want to support your heart, your joints, your morning energy, or just give your body more nightly support. What you learn here might change how you see this everyday kitchen staple. Are you ready? Comment yes below. Hit like and subscribe. It takes a second and helps more people find this. This video is for educational purposes only and isn't a substitute for professional medical advice. Talk to your healthcare provider before changing your diet or health routine. Why does timing even matter? Before we get into the benefits, let's answer the most important question. Why does it matter when you eat garlic at night? Your body is not a static machine running at the same speed all day. It operates on a deeply complex internal clock called the circadian rhythm, a biological system that governs every organ, every hormone, and every metabolic process based on the time of day. During the night while you sleep, a set of very specific shifts occur throughout your body. Digestion slows significantly, allowing compounds from food to be absorbed more gradually and completely. Growth hormone peaks, triggering cellular maintenance and tissue repair. Cortisol levels drop, giving your body's natural anti-inflammatory system space to work. And your immune system shifts into a highly active surveillance mode, conducting repairs and processing the day's biological information. When you consume garlic in the evening, you are essentially handing your body exactly the raw materials it needs at the precise moment it's most prepared to use them. The sulfur compounds in garlic, particularly allicin, diallyl disulfide, and S-allyl-cysteine, work deeper, longer, and more synergistically with these nighttime processes than they ever could during the day. You are not just eating garlic, you are strategically timing it. And that distinction, as you're about to see, makes all the difference. The amazing health benefits of eating garlic at night. First, better nighttime digestion and no more morning bloat. Let's start with something many people over 60 know all too well. Waking up feeling heavy, gassy, or uncomfortably bloated. Garlic has natural carminative properties, meaning it helps the digestive tract expel trapped gas and supports the production of digestive enzymes that break food down more completely. During the daytime, when you're eating multiple meals and your digestive system is constantly active, this effect often gets lost in the noise. But at night, when digestion slows and the body focuses on processing the final meal of the day, a small amount of garlic can make a meaningful difference. It helps ensure that dinner is fully broken down, reducing the fermentation and gas buildup that often leads to that bloated, uncomfortable feeling in the morning. Researchers have noted that garlic's prebiotic fibers also gently prime the gut environment overnight, creating conditions for a smoother, more comfortable morning routine. If you've been waking up with digestive discomfort more often than you'd like, this alone is worth paying attention to. Next, fueling your liver's nightly deep clean. Here's something most people never think about. Your liver does some of its most important work while you sleep. Specifically, a process known as phase 2 detoxification, where the liver neutralizes and packages up harmful compounds for elimination, is highly active during the nighttime hours. Garlic is exceptionally rich in sulfur-containing compounds that serve as both substrates and activators for the very enzymes that power this process. Think of it like supplying premium fuel to a factory that only runs at full capacity after dark. By consuming garlic in the evening, you're essentially giving your liver the tools it needs to perform this deep clean more effectively. Many people who adopt this habit report waking up feeling lighter, clearer, and more refreshed. And this is likely one of the reasons why. Supporting your liver's natural detoxification rhythm is one of the quietest yet most profound things you can do for your long-term health, especially as we age and the liver's efficiency naturally begins to slow. Next, steadier blood sugar. Through the night, for older adults, this benefit is particularly important. Nocturnal blood sugar fluctuations, the spikes and dips that happen while you sleep, are a largely invisible threat. Over time, they contribute to insulin resistance, nerve damage, and widespread inflammation throughout the body. Research has consistently shown that garlic's active compounds, especially allicin, improve insulin sensitivity and help moderate blood glucose levels after meals. Consuming garlic with your evening meal can help buffer the glycemic impact of dinner, promoting a smoother, more stable blood sugar curve through the night. A clinical review published in a leading diabetes and nutrition journal found that regular garlic consumption was associated with measurable improvements in fasting blood glucose and insulin response. This is especially valuable for people over 60 because metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch efficiently between fuel sources, naturally declines with age. Keeping blood sugar stable overnight is not a minor thing. It directly impacts energy levels, mood, nerve health, and inflammatory burden the next day. Next, calming the fires of chronic inflammation. While you rest, if you're over 60 and you wake up with stiff joints, aching muscles, or that general sense of heaviness that seems worse in the morning, chronic low-grade inflammation is very likely playing a role. Scientists refer to this as inflammaging, a slow, persistent, inflammatory state that accelerates many of the most common challenges of growing older, from joint deterioration to cognitive decline. Garlic contains a range of sulfur compounds including allicin and diallyl disulfide that have been shown in multiple studies to inhibit specific inflammatory enzymes and block the signaling pathways that keep inflammation elevated. At night, when cortisol, the body's primary anti-inflammatory hormone, is naturally at its lowest point, external anti-inflammatory support becomes especially valuable. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food highlighted how garlic's multi-compound approach creates a synergistic calming effect on inflammatory pathways, almost like sending a quiet, steady message to your immune system to stand down and let repair begin. Many people who consistently include garlic in their evening routine report noticeably less morning stiffness within just a few weeks. Next, gentle overnight support for your heart and circulation. Your cardiovascular system gets a well-earned rest each night. Heart rate slows, blood pressure naturally dips, and the circulatory system shifts into a lower demand mode. Garlic actively supports and deepens this recovery phase in several ways. It stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that causes blood vessels to relax and dilate, improving overall circulation. It also has mild antiplatelet properties, helping blood flow more smoothly and reducing the risk of the kind of sluggish circulation that contributes to cardiovascular complications over time. Research published in Trends in Pharmacological Sciences found that garlic's compounds, particularly hydrogen sulfide and nitric oxide precursors, work together to expand blood vessels and reduce pressure on the heart. For seniors whose cardiovascular systems face increasing demands and decreasing resilience, this gentle nightly support is meaningful. It's one reason that traditional medicine systems across cultures have long favored garlic as an evening remedy. It doesn't just help the heart work, it helps the heart rest. Next, boosting your immune system's nighttime operations. Here's something remarkable. Your immune system does not sleep when you do. In fact, some of its most critical work happens during the nighttime hours, producing new immune cells, processing the immunological information gathered throughout the day, and conducting targeted repairs across tissues and organs. Garlic has well-documented immunomodulatory properties, meaning it actively influences and enhances immune function rather than simply supporting it passively. Its compounds, particularly allicin, have been shown to boost the activity of macrophages and lymphocytes, the frontline defenders that identify and neutralize threats. A study published in the Journal of Immunology Research found that allicin specifically enhances the functionality of these key immune cells, while garlic's antioxidant compounds simultaneously reduce the oxidative stress that weakens immune response over time. By consuming garlic in the evening, you're providing your immune system with exactly the compounds it needs during its most active operational window. For older adults, whose immune defenses naturally weaken with age, this kind of targeted nightly support can be genuinely impactful. Next, reshaping your gut microbiome. Overnight, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract don't simply wait around while you sleep. Your gut microbiome undergoes its own active restructuring and fermentation processes throughout the night, and the nutritional environment you create before bed directly influences how that process unfolds. Garlic acts as a prebiotic, containing specific fibers and carbohydrates that selectively feed beneficial bacteria, particularly species like lactobacilli. At the same time, garlic's natural antimicrobial properties help keep less desirable microbial populations in check, maintaining a healthier bacterial balance. A 2022 study examining garlic's role in gut flora highlighted its ability to enhance microbial diversity, a key marker of gut health and overall immune resilience. When this balance improves, the effects ripple outward. Less bloating and gas, better stool consistency, improved nutrient absorption, and even stronger communication along what scientists call the gut-liver axis. For people over 60, supporting a healthy microbiome is one of the most important and often underappreciated things you can do for long-term vitality. Next, nourishing your nerves and improving peripheral circulation. This is one of the benefits that most people never connect to garlic, and it's one of the most relevant for older adults. Peripheral circulation refers to blood flow through the smallest vessels in your body, the ones that reach the farthest extremities. Your fingers, your toes, the delicate networks surrounding your nerves. When this microcirculation is poor, as it commonly becomes with age, nerves are deprived of the steady oxygen and nutrient delivery they need to function and repair themselves. The result is often familiar to many seniors: cold hands and feet, tingling sensations, numbness, or persistent aching in the extremities. Garlic's sulfur compounds actively support microcirculation by promoting vasodilation and improving the flexibility of small blood vessel walls. By consuming it at night when the body is in its repair mode and circulation to peripheral tissues is being maintained by the cardiovascular system's rest cycle, garlic can provide the nourishment your nerves need for overnight maintenance. This won't replace medical treatment for serious neuropathy, but as consistent nutritional support, it's a simple and meaningful contribution to peripheral nerve health. Next, reducing inflammatory fluid retention. Have you ever woken up with a puffy face? Swollen ankles? A persistently bloated abdomen that feels worse in the morning than it did at night? These can all be signs of inflammatory fluid. Retention, a condition where underlying inflammation causes fluid to leak from blood vessels into the surrounding tissues. Garlic addresses this through two mechanisms. First, it supports kidney function and has gentle, natural diuretic properties, not the harsh, mineral-stripping kind, but a softer effect rooted in reducing the inflammation that triggers leakage in the first place. Second, by lowering systemic inflammation over time, Garlic helps restore the integrity of blood vessel walls, making them less prone to that kind of fluid leakage. Many people who incorporate garlic consistently into their evening routine report a noticeable reduction in minor swelling and a lighter, less puffy feeling upon waking within just a few weeks. It's not a dramatic, overnight transformation, but as with so many things in health, it's the consistent, quiet habits practiced every evening that produce the most lasting results. Finally, the most profound reason. Seniors should try this tonight, and now we arrive at the benefit that makes nighttime garlic uniquely powerful for anyone over 60, the one that ties everything else together. Sleep, as scientists increasingly understand, is the body's ultimate repair shop. During the deep stages of sleep, your body performs the majority of its cellular maintenance work, repairing damaged DNA, synthesizing new proteins, clearing away metabolic debris, and restoring the structural integrity of tissues throughout the body. This is not a passive process, it requires specific raw materials. And one of the most essential of those materials is sulfur. Garlic is one of the richest dietary sources of bioavailable sulfur compounds available to us. Your body uses these compounds to produce glutathione, widely regarded as the body's master antioxidant, a molecule so central to cellular protection and repair that researchers often refer to it as the foundation of resilience and longevity. Glutathione neutralizes free radicals, supports DNA repair, regenerates other antioxidants, and plays a direct role in the detoxification pathways we discussed earlier. Here is the critical piece that makes this especially relevant for seniors. As we age, our body's internal production of glutathione declines significantly. By the time most people reach their 60s and 70s, their glutathione levels may be a fraction of what they were in their younger years. Repair processes slow. Recovery takes longer. The body becomes more vulnerable to the kind of cumulative cellular damage that underlies almost every major age-related condition. By consuming garlic at night when the body is actively engaged in this repair work, you are directly supplying the sulfur building blocks that your cells need to produce more glutathione and carry out more effective maintenance. You are not just adding flavor to your diet, you are feeding the very engine of healthy aging. This is why a simple, inexpensive habit practiced consistently in the evening can become, over time, one of the most meaningful things an older adult can do for long-term health and resilience. How to do this safely and effectively. Now that you understand the why, let's talk about the how. The best approach is straightforward. Use half to 1 small clove of fresh garlic. Crush or chop it finely, then let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes before consuming. This waiting period is essential. It allows a critical enzymatic reaction to occur that produces allicin, the most therapeutically active compound in garlic. Without this step, much of the benefit is lost. From there, mix the prepared garlic into a small amount of food. A teaspoon of natural yogurt works well. So does a drizzle of honey, a light evening salad with a simple dressing, or a small piece of whole grain bread. If you prefer, you can also steep a crushed clove in hot water for several minutes and drink it as a simple garlic tea before bed. Avoid consuming raw garlic on a completely empty stomach right before lying down, as this can cause heartburn or sharp stomach discomfort, especially if you have a sensitive digestive system. In terms of frequency, 2 to 4 evenings per week is sufficient to experience meaningful benefits over time. More is not better here. Excessive daily garlic consumption without breaks can lead to digestive irritation and may interfere with gut flora balance. Moderation and consistency are the keys, not intensity. One important warning before you begin: do not adopt this habit if you have active stomach ulcers, severe acid reflux or GERD, or if you are currently taking strong prescription blood thinners such as warfarin. Garlic has real potent biological effects and can interact meaningfully with certain medications. Natural does not mean without consequence. If you have any existing health conditions or take regular medications, speak with your healthcare provider before adding garlic to your nightly routine. This is especially important for older adults who may be managing multiple health conditions simultaneously. Here is the truth that 99% of people completely overlook. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it and how consistently you do so. Most people treat garlic as a daytime seasoning and never consider that its most powerful therapeutic role might come after dark, during the hours when your body is doing its most important work. The day-by-day changes that happen when you begin this habit are rarely dramatic. You probably won't wake up on day 2 feeling like a completely different person, but by day 5, many people notice their digestion feels smoother. By the end of the first week, some begin to notice less morning stiffness, lighter fluid retention, or simply a clearer, more refreshed feeling upon waking. And with consistent practice over weeks and months, those small shifts begin to compound into better cardiovascular health, a stronger immune system, more efficient cellular repair, and greater overall resilience. The real secret was never a single miracle food. The real secret has always been the small, intelligent, well-timed habits practiced every evening, long after most people have stopped paying attention. A humble clove of garlic, prepared correctly and consumed at the right moment, can become a cornerstone of the kind of proactive, informed self-care that supports a long and vital life. Have you ever tried eating garlic specifically at night? Did you notice anything different? Share your experience. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take that first step. And if you found this video valuable, please give it a like, share it with a friend or family member who might benefit, and subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.